Is this a message for you? So if you are sitting here and you've been cycling and cycling, this is what is like literally screaming out to you before I even pulled the freaking first card to find out like what the message is that the universe wants to give you is you've got to go into being soft. Your feminine sense of self has not been soft. And I don't mean like, oh, you don't wear dresses and don't wear makeup. That's not what I'm referring to when I say soft. I'm talking about the nurturing sense of yourself, the compassionate side of yourself. A lot of times the feistiness or the attitude, or even if you're not feisty or have an attitude, like if you have this like reserved nature, you are walling yourself off from what you're trying to call in. So let me see if there's a specific topic, and then we're going to go a little bit deeper with the assisting cards for this for you. As to like, how do you release yourself from this? So especially for those of you that have been looking to call in money, this is going to be a time where in order to have the softness come in, so this is for you. So now I know the title of the video. This is for those of you that have been trying to change your dynamic financially. Okay. Changing your dynamic financially. You have to go inside. You have to devote yourself to your inner sense of self. You have to get uncomfortable with that to be able to feel when your body constricts, when your body is like, kind of like holding on for dear life. Whenever you're having tension in your body, you start talking about the next thing, you start talking about the next level, and you can almost feel like your heart get like a weird feeling. You could associate it with fear, you could associate it with adrenaline, you could associate it with, I don't know, maybe even feeling the feeling of crying. But the way that you want to do this is one, yes, co-creation. So that's what they're trying to say. In order to create this new beginning, you have to allow it to become something new. This is something you haven't been. So you are looking to call in the next level of you financially. Again, whether you have a business or you're in a career, or maybe you even just are like in a relationship with your spouse or partner, whatever, and you guys have been maybe struggling financially. You are the beacon of this light to be able to control the variable energetically in order to call in more. Yes, you're that freaking powerful. So you may be like right now, like, I don't know how to get there. Like, I don't even know where to begin. First things that you need to get clear on is, what do you actually want? What is it that you actually want? Most people do not know that. It's a very open, like airy thing of, oh, I want money. Yeah, no. What is it really that you want though? Like, that's very simple. Like, you want $10? You want money. You want $10? If I give you $2 million, do you know how to handle that money? What is it? What are you doing with it? Like, what are you doing with it? What do you want? What does the $2 million give you? In my world, it would give me a house paid in cash, no mortgage, because that's exactly what I want and I desire to have, is no mortgage. So that's what I want. I already have financial freedom. So I'm not looking for that. I need to change the feeling of what it is that I'm growing into. So, or the next thing is, say like you're capped, living paycheck to paycheck. You want to feel the feeling of, all right, if you know paycheck to paycheck is, I'm just making this up, $10,000 a month for your family. Well, then maybe how can we expand into $20,000 a month? Because that means that you are no longer paycheck to paycheck, but that also means you have to keep spending like you've been spending, so you don't spend anymore. And the ways to get there, that's where you might be capped off. How do I even get $10,000 more, right? How do I get that raise? How do I get that client? You have to expand your ideas. You also need to be in the practice of gratitude, intentional practice of gratitude, the intentional practice of humility of gratitude. There is this egoic sense of self that comes with this world of manifestation and the world of business and the world of money. You guys treat money like this like scummy thing. Start giving it some respect. Treat it like a human. Treat it like a person. Give it a name. Okay? It's not superior to you, and it's also not below you. Co-create with it. Co-create with it. And when you're able to do that and you stop like seeing it like a bad relationship, you can have more come to you, which then when you start releasing that resentment, like it's an old ex and you got this new opportunity in front of you, like miraculous things will happen. Like truly, you are going to release the patterns. You're going to release the old stuff that keeps following you around and cycling with you. And then it comes like when you allow yourself to let go, you're letting go, releasing the patterns. Okay. It carries a lot of resentment in it. It's not just a money story. It's a money relationship. It's not always just a money block. It's that if you're not safe in your feminine in order to hold more, you don't hold more. you repel it because it doesn't feel safe in your body to have it. And then if it's attached to a story, not necessarily a block, just for the fact that you didn't integrate inside your body and you've just been, oh, I took this, I learned this, I listened to this, integrated inside your body. Did the tension now leave? Did the constriction in your body when you think about that next thing, the freeze, is the freeze leaving you? I'm not saying that it doesn't carry any kind of like in your head response, like your brain's thinking. That's different than your body feeling a feeling, your body resisting the expansion. So be really super clear, move into more feminine energy. It does feel like more like a masculine ask. And then if you are like doing something in order to do it, it's going to feel like a masculine go. But if you nurture the sense of your inner sense of self, you are able to release the resentment. So write a letter to, name it, Susan, Tico, whatever, okay? See it as a person, treat it like a bad relationship and treat it like the best relationship you ever could have with it. How do you mutually exchange one another? How do you mutually co-create in the energy of one another as energetic beings coming together? And this is where you have to understand that the universe is bringing you this message because you're just playing the same damn story over and over again. You can get the message just right now. And you already have, if you're watching this, you already have the tools how to find and how to get into the feminine energy. You have the tools. More like you got like 92 books, 17 meditations, or you spent like freaking $5,000 for a high vibe program. Miracles do happen. They do happen. But when they do happen, you're coming from the inner sense of yourself in order to forge new beginnings. Okay, this is going to feel fresh. This is going to feel new. You want it to. You want it to. So what is the resentment really coming from? Last bit for you is that you have to face the fears that you have towards it. So one of the biggest breakthroughs I had was back in June 2017. I was at this retreat. Long story short, my husband and baby ended up there with me that year. It was only supposed to be for the women of the group. And we were doing this very expansive exercise with the coach. And we were sitting in the living room of this like mansion house we all were at for this retreat. And we started doing this thing about numbers and we had like 10x whatever our current revenue was, yada, yada. I ended up crying my eyes out. And I realized that I had the fear. My fear actually wasn't not having money. It was that if my financial like wealth grew personally, exponentially, that I might lose my family. There was something in me that literally felt like more money. It wasn't necessarily that it was problems or stress. It meant that I would have to outgrow where I was because I've only known what I've had. Or I've given that power to my husband where like, oh, it's okay if he has $11 billion, but if I have it, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to break things down. So that's where I had to get inside of it. The resentment was actually towards myself. Wasn't so much about the money. The resentment was to the story of myself not being good enough to hold the money. The resentment was coming from not nurturing myself. Okay, so it is time. It is time. It is time. I am safe. 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 It's time to co-create with the universe. It's time. And if you need a little bit more tools, as this video is being, I have already put out my 7-part series. I'm going to link to the first one if you haven't caught it. It can help you walk through this process. Pick this one thing as your focus that you're looking to break through. And basically each day, the universe has given messages to help you break through it. So if you need a tool, there is one. It's going to show up right now.